Well, hello and welcome back to SF Giants Recap. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the last week of the regular season, and we are going into the postseason. Some teams already have a free ticket there. Some teams are battling for a certain spot, and other teams are just winning to stay alive. And so we'll see what will happen for this last week, but I was thinking to do a preview. And so if you do end up enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe and like, and so I'll keep doing the content. And this is primarily a Giants channel, but today I will go over the whole league and what I expect from it. So we have the last week of the season upon us and some exciting races that are going to come down to these last few games. And so let's start off with the AL. And for the AL, the Rays have already clinched the AL East. The White Sox have clinched the AL Central after having that easy division this year, because the next best was the Indians, and they were eliminated a while ago. And then the Astros are only 2 days away from clinching the AL West. So in the AL, the divisions are already set now practically, because the Astros are most likely going to win that division. And so let's go into the wild card, and there are three teams that are really battling for those last spots. Those are the A's, Mariners, and Blue Jays. And the two teams currently holding the wild card are the Red Sox and Yankees, and who are only one game ahead of the Blue Jays. And so we'll be looking at this last week for the Blue Jays and Yankees and Red Sox, because those are the ones that I think will actually have a chance, because the Mariners and A's are a little bit farther behind and they play each other. So that'll be kind of interesting to see. But for the Blue Jays, they play the Orioles and the Yankees, so it'll be a crucial series. And then for the Yankees, they go and play the Rays, so that'll be a tough series. And they already played the Jays, so that'll be a pretty rough schedule for the Yankees for this week. And then the team with the easiest week, in my opinion, will be the Red Sox, who are playing the Orioles, who are battling for the first draft pick, and the Nationals, who kind of gave away everyone except for Juan Soto. So they may have the automatic wild card. So my final prediction is I think the Jays will squeak past the Yankees, win a couple games in the series, take the series from the Yankees, and then sweep or take 2 or 3 from the Orioles. And I think the Yankees will struggle in those series. So that's my only reason. I have nothing against the Yankees. That's just I think that they have the harder schedule. And so now on to the National League, where the Brewers have clinched the NL Central, and in the NL East, it'll be down to the final games between the Braves and the Phillies. And so let's look at their schedule. They will first play each other, which will be a huge series and practically depend on who wins that division. And then the Phillies go on to play the Marlins, and then the Braves play the Mets. And so after looking at that, I think the Braves will still be taking that division. They already have 2.5 game lead, and so I think that they got that safe there. And then we go onto the division with my team in it, the NL West, and it'll come down to the literal last game probably between the Giants and Dodgers. And the Giants currently have a 2 game lead on the Dodgers, and they go and play the D-backs and the Padres, who are both eliminated from the playoffs. And the Dodgers play the Padres, and then the Brewers, which is more competition than the D-backs. And so obviously I'll go with my Giants winning the division, because how could I go with the Dodgers? I can't stand them. And so I think they'll probably clinch Friday or Saturday, depending on what happens. But of course the Dodgers can still clinch. I'm not saying it's impossible, but with the 2 game lead and the Dodgers play the Brewers plus the Padres, I think that'll be really hard for them to make up that ground. And the Giants playing practically the worst team in the whole MLB. And so with the NL wild card, it'll be the Giants or Dodgers. Whoever doesn't win the division will be the home game in the wild card. But then there's the Cardinals, who have won 16 games in a row as of right now, and who are out for blood and been on a tear lately. They've been on a 2 week span of not losing a game, and so that is way big for them to keep winning that. And they only have practically one more game until the Reds and the Phillies are eliminated, or Braves. And so it'll be interesting to see if they keep that, because I bet they will. Odds are they will. And so I think that this will be how it plays out. I will see the Cardinals and Dodgers in the wild card, Giants, and we'll play the winners of that. The Brewers and the Braves will play each other, and I'll have playoff predictions once the playoff is set next week. And so make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Let's go over the Cardinals for a second. How have they been playing so well? Harrison Bader's been on a tear. Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado's finally doing something for them. And their pitching, John Lester started to show up. Jack Flaherty. They have like Kim, who's doing really good. They have all these guys who have finally shown up after all this time, and they barely squeak out to get this playoff spot. And so that is a huge 2 weeks for them to come out and win 16 in a row. I don't know how. If the Giants play them and they lose to them, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, I'd be pretty mad because the Giants win 102 games and they only win like 87. So that's like that as of right now. Obviously, both teams can go win more or less, but it'll depend on the rest of the season, and it'll be interesting to see which team comes out on top for the World Series. And this is going to be a fun playoff for any team that you like, no matter if they're already out, because you can just sit back, relax, and there are going to be some fun games and fun series. So hopefully my Giants can come out on top, but if they don't, just hope it's not the Dodgers. Anybody but the Dodgers. They got their 1/3 of a ring last year. They can enjoy their Mickey Mouse trophy, but this year it's going to be anybody but the Dodgers. I honestly would be happy if the Rays won. The Rays, they're a heck of a team, and I wish they would have won last year, but Rays Giants World Series, that'd be fun. Blue Jays, Red Sox, any one of those AL teams I'd be fine with. So I will let you go after this video, and I'll see you next time for a new SF Giants Recap video.